Hey everyone, my name is Tim Huckton and this is my discussion post for Module 1. Today what we're going to be talking about is two different things. We're going to be talking about the UCR, which is the Uniform Crime Reporting, versus the NCVS, which is the National Crime Victimization Survey. We're going to talk a little bit about the things that are positives and as well as negatives on both those. The big thing is the UCR is one central database where the FBI can collect all of the data that comes in for all of the country for all the crimes that qualify for UCR data collection. These are all collected by local police departments, sheriff's departments around the country, and then they send those statistics to the FBI, and this is the way that they track those right there. The upside to this is it is one central location that all of this data is collected and stored. They're able to take that and see what the trends are, see where the issues might lay, see if there is some state that is higher in certain types of crimes than others, and then they can kind of work to address those type of things. The downside to this system, though, is that not every single crime does get reported. So if it's not a crime that gets reported to the police department, then it's not a crime that's going to be reported to the FBI as well. So there are some things that are going to not necessarily go into that. There are different types of crimes that do qualify. They're broken into different types of parts, and these will be crimes that are more of the major crimes. So something that's a big crime, this is where that's going to happen. So the first one would be murder, or manslaughter is also one. Forcible rape, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, you got theft, and then arson as well. So those are some of the big ones that are going to fall into that. Things that are not necessarily going to fall into the UCR are going to be victimless crimes, things that are not reported once again, as well as some white collar crimes too. So these are not the things that are going to go into the UCR. On the other side, what we have is the National Crime Victimization Survey. And this is a survey that's sent out by the FBI, or by the group rather, that is going to collect data by the victims themselves. So it's actually looking for data and some collection sample from the victim themselves to re-describe what the situation was, to give them as much data as they possibly can. This could be used for profiling. It could be just used for data collection. Again, this is something that is collected by the person. The pros are, once again, that this is some things that may not necessarily go into the UCR because they didn't get reported. And so if it didn't get reported necessarily, it wouldn't be in UCR. So the upside is that you could use this system here. The downside, though, is that sometimes people are going to forget memory details. If a long time passes between something here and there, it can be a little bit harder for people to remember things. Also, with traumatic experiences, not everybody's going to remember everything. They may block some of those things out too. As far as which one I think is better, I personally think that the UCR is a better system. I like the fact that it's one central place and you've got a bunch of different organizations that are collecting this information across the entire country and then setting that up. As where with the survey, it could be weeks or months before the survey gets sent out, and so you don't necessarily have that information that's sent out as quickly. But those are just my thoughts. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you all are having a great time this week. We'll talk soon.